difficult, but a fun journey for them. David, thank you. So Phoenix will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, but made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Morant.
CP3 so good at initiating contact and just irritating the defense.
It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Bridges misses. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Adams kicks to Morant. That shot missing. Paul with the defensive effort. On offense, here are the Suns. For 3, Bridges. And again, it's the Suns missing. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Morant with it. Now guarded by Booker. And then Morant slams it in.
That's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Booker is screen on Morant. Paul kicks to Booker. Sinks the three-pointer.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Both free throws good from Morant.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Johnson with a screen on Morant. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Morant throws it down.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Here's Paul. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Morant kicks to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. No good. The Suns go the other way with it. Booker finds Bridges. Johnson sets the screen for Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, it was such a feel-good moment, at least for a little while. Mikal Bridges grew up in Philly, obviously played his college ball there, and his mom was working for the 76ers at the time, so it just felt right as the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft for him to be a 76er.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. Out to Brooks. Back to Morant. This ball grabs the miss. Mikal's time in Philly was very short, Brent. Bridges traded to Phoenix on draft night.
Well, that was a bit of a shocker. I mean, all the talk about being the hometown hero, and then all of a sudden he's on his way to the desert heading towards Phoenix. But you look at Mikal's career, he's been awesome for the Suns. I mean, what development as a 3-and-D player, making the finals, signing a big extension, such a huge part of the Phoenix Suns franchise in their future.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Morant surveying the D. Here's Adams. Morant outside. Launches it. It's good from long range. Morant's got 9.
And no question, Morant has the range. Now he's working on the consistency, but the shot looks good.
Now here's Paul. For 3, Booker. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bane passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Here's Paul. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Booker is screen on Morant to stop the run. And the dunk by Booker.
He really gets up there. I mean, Devin Booker will surprise you and throw it down.
Here's Morant. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And so it's Memphis heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, in the early goings, the mid-range shot has also been working well for them. They've been racking up some points off of those jumpers, and those are probably being invited.
The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now Jackson after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Bane finds Jackson. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Here's Paul. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Now Jackson after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Ayton in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now here's Morant. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. He feeds it to Adams. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Now here's Brooks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother.
Look at that.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Offensive rebound.
And all you you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Morant for three. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Still providing incredible production and great leadership. Chris Paul sets the standard for his team.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
Now here's Morant. And Brooks, here we go. Out to Morant. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Wants to get it to Bain, and does.
My goodness. Say that. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Here's Paul. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Loads it up there for Morant. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Yep, that one goes in there.
Chris Paul reading the defense, gets on the inside and decides to just knock it down.
To the middle. Here's Bain. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
So as we conclude the first half, so all right, David, thank you.
Your Grizzlies, 35. The Suns, 19.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Torrey Craig. Payne out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Landale in at the center position. Now Payne, after Brandon Clark missing on that last 3-pointer. Landale with the bucket.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Left side, Jones. Here's Conchar. He's covered by Shamet. And he gets the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift-wrapping points.
Now here's Payne. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And guys, he saw his chance to camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play. And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go. But you like the role that Cam has accepted as a guy who comes in and gives immediate energy and impact to the offense. He does a little bit of everything, but he certainly is a spark plug. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Memphis leading by 18. And Williams, here we go. Kicks it out to Jones. Misses the three. His versatility has made Payne a valuable second unit guy, don't you think, Brent?
Well, he's a pretty decent package out there. He can score. He likes to get up defensively and bother opposing point guards. So it's that momentum that Payne can come into the game and begin to turn the tide for his team in their favor.
Craig, good.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jones kicks to Williams. Kicks it out to Jones. Beyond the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here's
third.
Payne. Shamet on the wing. Shoots the three. That one doesn't go. And it's Memphis the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Green dishes to Clark. There's a minute 40 left to play in the third. From deep, Green hits the three-point bomb. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that is what he does, just deadly beyond the arc. Green is one of those guys you cannot afford to leave for a second.
Here's Shamet. Lets it go from deep. Green with the rebound. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Conshaw. There's the triple. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Andrew Shamet, one of those guys continuing to hone his skills, trying to become more of an impactful player in the two-way format, both on defense and with that shooting ability.
And the Grizzlies leading by 20. Now Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clark, the pass to Jones. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Passes it to Landale. Now, here's Shamet. Fires the three. No good that time. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The pass to Conshaw. There's the three.
Getting right into the shooter's face. Jay Crowder closed that space off pretty quick.
The 3/4 of... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Suns trail by 20. They've got Clark. Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conshaw into the two-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Well, Brent, Chris Paul is undoubtedly one of the smartest players in the NBA.
And that's why he's been able to maintain such a high level of play for so long. As one of his teammates said, he has an IQ that's going to keep him on the floor until he's 50.
Now here's Morant. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now here's Paul. And the rejection by Jackson. And stolen by Booker. Bridges, no one around him. Ayton dishes to Booker. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Suns missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Back to Brooks. The feed to Adams. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Booker from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
You can count on Booker for some three-point efficiency. He might not take as many as he used to. It's still dangerous.
Morant passes to Adams. Back to Morant. Here's the lob to Adams. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Johnson dishes to Paul. Kicks it to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Johnson sets the screen for Booker. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Morant passes to Bain. Back to Morant. Into the lane. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got 21 in the game.
Well, the contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
Down low. That's good from Booker on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Morant against Paul. Morant with it. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Paul kicks to Bridges. Ayton sets the pick for Bridges. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
Yeah, you don't expect Mikal Bridges to knock you out with a shot from that distance.
Ball against Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Morant outside. Jackson down low, covered by Johnson. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Outside for Jackson. No good on the 3. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Grizzlies.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
His third personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Morant.
Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Now here's Booker. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Morant outside. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. That's good from Morant.
At the line for Memphis, Ja Morant.
Both free throws good from Morant. 12 seconds left in the fourth. And here is Bain. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their home fans tonight. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Johnson a screen on George. For three, Booker. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
BA, I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
And he gets it to go.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
For three, Booker gets the three ball to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
George outside. From deep. He's off on that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Outside Booker. 4-3. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Here's Wall. Paul with some nice D. The Suns have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Bridges passes to Booker. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Connects from downtown.
Well, if Booker is in three-point territory, the defense has got to be there on the catch. He's got such tremendous accuracy from deep.
Now here's George. Back to Wall. Leonard outside. George outside. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Leonard. Will it go? Oh, wow. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action. This calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
Man, as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he hits the first of 3. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Mr. Morris leaves no doubt.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Paul. Johnson against George.
Remaining in the first.
And Paul gets it to go.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Now here's Wall. Leonard up top. He's guarded by Bridges. Leonard passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Paul against Wall. Pass to Booker. Johnson a screen on George. And the foul on Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris, senior.
That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 12 left in the first. That one falls.
How about the ability to knife inside the defense? Chris Paul has been outstanding as a dribble driver his entire career.
Now here's Wall. Pass to George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside Paul. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George left side. Oh, can't finish the one-handed jam.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Pass to Morris. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. Phoenix has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Outside Booker. Jacks up a 3. Leonard pulls down the board. Morris with it. That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
And the jam by George.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers ahead, up 2. And
Please give a big round of applause for your Clippers youth dance team.
and it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Paul against Wall. Pass to Ayton. Three-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Ayton's got 5 points now this quarter. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a three-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that one drops for him. Paul's got 6.
In his comfort zone, finding an opening and exploding to the rim.
Paul against Wall. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Bridges. Shot by Leonard, no good. For Phoenix, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question, he is elite, Allie. Thank you. And stolen by Bridges. In transition, here come the Suns. Ayton, no good. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And again, no good by the Clippers. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Booker. The shot off that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, BA. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
From deep, Johnson. He got a piece of it. Booker against Leonard. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
That's good from George. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer the no call. I like that idea.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I think fans can appreciate Kawhi's understated and quiet personality because between the lines, there's a level of focus and competitive spirit, and most importantly, productivity that you can really appreciate.
Outside Paul. It's deflected. George against Booker. And George gets it to go on the assist by Wall. George has got 14.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
Blocked. .105 left to play in the first half of basketball. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
What a hoop by Paul George. The versatility to get inside and score it.
To halt the run. Deflected. They get it back for 3. Bridges buries it from 3. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Pass to Morris. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. 30 seconds left in the second period. It's stolen by Leonard. Morris with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's George. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You simply have to respect the passing ability of Paul George, his ability to read and react and make the right choice. So good.
Inside. George with a steal. Outside Wall. George outside. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force. Thanks, Allie. After the
28, the Suns, 22.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George has been sensational.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Kennard, right side. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Batum pass to Covington. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Suns basketball.
The Suns trailing. Outside Payne. Got a hand on it.
That 7-foot wingspan and the versatility of Nick Batum send it back.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And the Clippers have possession. It's Powell, high post. Greg's there. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. And boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling.
Jackson against Payne. And he lobs it up top. And they'll get another chance. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
The Suns have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Shaman. The 3 ball. Covington grabs the board.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Back to Kennard. The shot misses, and Phoenix will come the other way. Payne with it, and Kennard picks him up defensively. Payne against Kennard. The shot by Payne, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Covington. Pass to Powell. Back to Covington. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Phoenix has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Batum sets a screen. Crowder against Kennard. Back to Batum. 4 on the clock. Not going to go that time. It's picked off. Powell outside. Pass to Covington. Trying to get back on track. Now here's Batum. Covington finds Batum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
This guy's so clever at getting defenders to bite. Nicholas Batum draws the contact.
Good on both. Here's Payne. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Shaman, no good. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. Kennard outside. Here's the 3. Launches it. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Shaman. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. George outside. Takes it inside. And the jam by George.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. Ooh, nice D from George. Stolen by Booker. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
George with it. Booker defending. George against Booker. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
Back to Booker. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Clippers on top, up by 2. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Wall. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the 5. Booker against George. Counted and one. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 8 now. Johnson against Morris to take the lead. And Johnson is good for 3. Johnson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Wall. Rebounded by Johnson. The Suns leading. Here's Bridges. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, solid D from Leonard. Morris with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. A nice shot by Morris.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Looking to get back on track. Paul can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Bridges against Leonard. And he drives in. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Paul. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
Leonard outside. Zubats with a screen on Bridges. Leonard on the take. And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, you're working the 2-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
On the take. And that one's good. Paul. And the Suns lead by 1.
If anything, you know you can count on Chris Paul to deliver in the clutch. He is so competitive, so tough.
Bridges outside. It's Booker on the wing.
2 minutes from
Pass to Paul.
2 minutes.
There's the screen by Johnson. Paul passes to Johnson. An easy 2 on the layup. And now a 3-point Phoenix lead.
Hey, if you give him room, he's gonna score the ball.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. George. And the jam by George.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Paul against Wall. And that one's good. Paul
Just so reliable around the rim, guys. And that bucket gives them a solid cushion here late.
Pass to George. From deep three-point range. The long-distance three is buried. George has got 26.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Paul with the bucket.
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
Timeout called. The Clippers. They're down by 2. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He said in the huddle, quote, "We are in this game. Keep fighting. We win this one if we all play with 100% effort," imploring his troops to stay aggressive. Guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Booker for 3. Johnson. Money.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. George outside. Zubac with a screen on Booker. George finds Wall. Here's George. Booker defending. 6 to shoot. George against Booker. George, no good. Tipped. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker on the take. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Wall. The kick out to Morris. Looking to end the run. And knocks down the 3.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Outside Paul. So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. It'll be the Suns off the tip. So the opening lineup for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now here's Booker. Clock at 6. Driving the lane. It's rebounded by Towns.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Doesn't go that time.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is the team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Booker looking around. Here's Paul.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Russell kicks to Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Here's Paul. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Here's Paul. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Paul. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Ball against Russell. He doesn't hit that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Edwards drives in.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league. He won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. That fella's got some big feet, too.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Russell kicks to Edwards. Back to Russell. Towns in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Kept alive, Minnesota. Prince wide open. Gets the three-point to fall.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. Shot to stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 8 points.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Now Russell. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Towns. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ball against Russell. The kick out to Towns. 5 on the clock. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. He has 5.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter.
Your Timberwolves defense today.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And the shot is good. Paul's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Suns.
Yeah, you can tell Paul is amped up on offense now, getting aggressive and going after a lot of shots. He's hunting his looks. That's a dangerous place to be if you're defending.
Here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Ayton. The Timberwolves have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Suns trail by 7. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Paul passes to Johnson. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. Rebound, Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. Edwards drives in. Can't hit that one. And Phoenix will come the other way.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Timberwolves leading by 4. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Russell against Paul. Bobbed up there for Edwards. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Explosive play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed, too, for the alley-oop slam.
And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Russell inside, defended by Paul. They grabbed their own miss.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Paul against Russell. The pass to Edwards. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Towns kicks to Russell. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Prince outside. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to Prince. Denied.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Paul outside. Crafty move. Gobert with the block. Edwards looking it over.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
They're also doing a really good job on the offensive boards, bagging their own groceries, doing whatever it takes to get those second chance points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Booker against Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And he drives in. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Booker outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Russell's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong defense.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Ball against Russell. Bridges attacking. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Goodness. Mikal Bridges. Thundering slam off the bounce.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. Gobert with a screen on Booker. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Johnson sets the screen for Booker. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. .11 seconds left in the first half. Edwards, a screen on Paul. Lobbed up there for Edwards.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He comes. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now
The Suns, 21.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for the Suns, Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Here's Landale, guarded by Reed. Landale misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The kick out to Anderson. Here's the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Anderson's got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Here's Payne. And it's in there.
Cameron Payne.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. The kick out to Anderson.
Blocking foul on Cameron Payne. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Suns. They trail by 11.
Cameron Payne. First personal
Crowder
foul.
feeling it out a bit.
Second team foul.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's McLaughlin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Suns trail by 9. And here's Payne. It's hauled in by Noel. Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Shamet. The kick out to Anderson. Latrey. And so the ball's out of bounds. Craig touches it last. Inside. Shamet with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Noel. Passes it to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. There's the screen. Anderson passes to Reed. Shoots. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 11-point game. Reed with the block. Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Shamet. Offensive rebound. Pass to Reed. Dishes it to Anderson. Now Reed. Anderson outside. 4 on the clock. At 3 off the mark. Suns trail by 11. Here's Shamet.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now, here's McDaniel. D right on him. Here's McLaughlin. Phoenix grabs the miss. Now, here's Craig. McDaniel's defending. Yep, that one goes. 1:14 left to play here in the third. Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Reed has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Payne passes to Shamet. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Shamet's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Now, here's Reed. The layup missed. 26 seconds left in the third. Shamet. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Noel. Here's Reed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. Some changes for Phoenix.
Now, Reed.
Good on both. Here's Paul. 16 points for him. 1 second left. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Paul. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
Pass-first mindset of Paul. When you leave somebody open on his squad, he's going to make you pay for it.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Paul. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Suns trail by 8. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Booker. He is hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves leading by 8. To the middle. Out to Russell. Pass to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Paul looking around. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Paul working around the defense that time to get a close shot inside.
Now Edwards. With the drive. Kept alive. Gobert. Out to Russell. Outside, Towns. Over Johnson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Suns trail by 6. Bridges passes to Johnson. Back to Bridges. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. With 3, Booker. That one, no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Edwards. Fires to the hoop. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Paul dishes to Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on D'Angelo Russell. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Outside, Towns. Booker against Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Towns missing. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
Russell against Paul.
2 minutes.
Outside Edwards. Outside Towns. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's now 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Booker outside. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
7:22 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
On the wing, Bridges. Johnson, a wide open look. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Booker against Edwards. Outside, Towns. Lets it go with the three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And they sent the wrong guy to the line here. Paul tends to make the most of every trip he takes to the stripe.
Prince kicks to Edwards. They need this. It's tipped. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother.
And here were the Memphis Grizzlies, focused on the task at hand as they came into the arena earlier. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
You know, he already has a number of go-to moves. Jackson's able to keep the defenders guessing.
Both good from the line that time. Looking at tonight's matchup, both front courts are outstanding. This should be quite a battle here, Smitty.
It should be the big man in the spotlight in this one. Rebounding and everything in the paint. This should be a great showdown. Strength versus strength.
When you look at the career numbers of Booker, here's a guy who has really increased his assist numbers.
Ball against Morant. Outside Bane. Pass to Brooks. Right side Bane. There's the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I love the physicality behind Bane's drive, letting the defense know he isn't changing course.
Here's Paul. And the layup is good off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. And then Morant with the dunk.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And then Morant with the dunk.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaked his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Booker with it, guarded by Morant. Outside for Booker, back to Ayton. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Morant against Paul. Now Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
It breaks down your defense when Ja Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
There's the screen by Johnson. Paul for 3. Doesn't go that time. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Here's Morant. He takes it in.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and the jam by Ayton. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Goes up at the stripe. That one a little long.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Into the lane. And then Morant with the jam.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Here's Paul. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 6.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Ball against Morant. Driving inside. And then Morant with the dunk.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
Ball passes to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Here's Morant. He's got 14. Here he goes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 16.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Paul for 3.
With long arms and great footwork, Ja Morant is a constant threat to your shot.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's the Grizzlies up 3. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode. And I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker on the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together. The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Paul with it. He's picked up by Adams. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And defense is now all about switching. Smitty, when you play, would you rather be switched onto a big inside or onto a smaller, quicker player on the perimeter?
Easy answer for me, BA. I would definitely love to be switched on a little guy and use my size and strength. Obviously, they'll have the advantage with the quickness, but I do not want to get bruised up by those big guys.
From deep, Bain. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Here's Paul. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
I love the effort level Chris Paul delivers day in and day out. He's been doing this for a while now, but he hasn't slowed down, not a bit.
And it's Moran off the
I saw it.
Wow.
And he saw it.
Wow. That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Pass to Bain. Launches a 3. Good. And the setup by Moran. Bain's got 6 here in the quarter.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bain. He has put in the work to be a reliable three-point option.
Against Moran. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
The Grizzlies have gotten off to a sensational 5-for-5 start in the second quarter. Paul against Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Booker no good. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second.
And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Outside Morant. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bane earlier in the draft, Smitty.
BA, the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Paul passes to Booker. And Booker with the jam.
CP3 is a nightmare in pick-and-roll situation.
Memphis leading. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Paul, the open look. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And once Chris finds his rhythm, let him eat. Capable of taking over all by himself.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Kicks it out to Jackson. And there's a 3-second violation.
Phoenix ball.
The Suns have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Paul with it. He's got 18. That one's wide left.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Brooks. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Dylan Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player.
Dylan Brooks. 2 shots.
And Brooks drops them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Booker with a screen on Morant. The drive by Paul. The 3, Booker. Grizzlies with the rebound. 17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. 4 seconds left. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morant's got 31.
He has elite athleticism. Makes Ja Morant a threat.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Danny Green. And it's Williams in at the 4. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Pass to Williams. Misses the layup. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
And there's the screen. To the middle. And stolen by Williams. And it's Clark on the take. Here's Conchar. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Green with the ball. And it's Payne picking him up. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Shamet. No good with the triple. Pass to Jones. From the arc. Nails it from 3. Jones has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Payne. And the layup is good. Payne's got his first points of the game.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Jones against Payne. Outside, Williams. Craig with a steal. Here's Crowder. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Payne against Jones. Pass to Conchar. The 3. 5 to shoot. Jones drives in. Back to Conchar. Fires the 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Payne, the pass to Crowder. Driving in. They get it again. Out to Craig. Fires from deep. The shot no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Green. Now here's Clark. And a missed layup.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Shamet. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Keeps the defense guessing with the pull-up J. Landry Shamet's jumper is right on time.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. Here's Payne going inside. Good work there as it goes.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Jones in the post, defended by Payne. Outside, Green. Clark with the screen. Green finds Clark. Back to Green. Jones from outside. And Craig pulls it down. The Suns have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Landale. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Clark. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Green, the pass to Williams. Outside for Green. Williams, a screen on Payne. Here's Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Payne. Crowder outside.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Booker fires from way outside.
I love how aggressive Payne is on defense. He doesn't give his man much room to.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Morant, the pass to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Adams has run these screen and rolls countless times. Great job getting to the right spot.
Ayton, a screen on Payne. Booker no good.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
for three. Booker. Adams grabs the miss.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Now here's Morant. Jackson with a screen on Paul. Now Morant from deep. 6 on the shot clock. They get it back. Up top, Jackson. 4-3. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
A versatile scorer. At 6'5", Booker has enough size to make plays in the painted area.
Here's Morant. Brooks, the pass to Bane. Morant with it. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Johnson.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Brooks with it. Now guarded by Booker. Outside Morant. Back to Brooks. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And Booker with the jam.
An explosive offensive force. When Booker has the chance to slam it, he takes full advantage.
Outside Bane. Jackson the screen. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Paul driving to the basket. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Grizzlies.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
Woo, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. 6 to shoot. From deep, Morant with the bucket. Morant's got 34 points.
Boy, if Morant's going to hit from there, I don't know how you guard him.
Paul passes to Johnson. Three-pointer. Paul controls the rebound and the putback.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. And here's Morant. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's Bridges. And he drops it in from the low post.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Now here's Brooks. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy.
Clippers are well represented, Greg, in this one. And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. Bridges shot, good.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Paul kicks to Booker. And it's off from three-point range. Wall passes to Morris. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Johnson.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop the train when he's coming in for the slam.
A 3 from Leonard. Wall dishes to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on 8.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Leonard hits them both. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Phoenix able to drain the 3. And George kicks to Morris. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Wall with a block.
A stellar all-around defender. Wall enjoys rising up and denying shooters.
Here's George. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Stolen by George. All with it. He's picked up by Paul. Wall, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Johnson, the pass to Paul. Takes it inside. That one drops for him.
See, I like it when Paul attacks the hoop, when he looks for his.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
The loudest fans get shirts. A big cheer for George.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Kicks it out to Leonard for 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Hooker pulls it in.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Phoenix leading by 5. Booker outside. Back to Johnson. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Here's George driving in, and they get it back. Bridges against Leonard, screened by Zubac. Leonard, no luck. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball looking over the floor. Can't get it to fall. Clippers trail by 7. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Wall passes to Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Ball against Wall. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. George finds Zubats. Back to George. Clock at 2. Here's the teardrop. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Seven seconds left to play in the first. And it's Paul penetrating. Wall with a block. And so it's the Phoenix Suns heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth dance team. Here they come.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in its center. So that's, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Booker in the corner. Johnson the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. George dishes to Morris. Back to George. From the left block. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era, and they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. George up top, defended by Booker. With the shot.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
And it's George missing. The Suns shooting their first free throw this game. And that one falls for Bridges.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Good work there as it goes. Paul's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Booker against George. Shot clock at 6. Hit the crossover. And the Clippers call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
That was your Suns breaker dance crew. Show some love.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Paul's got 10 points. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Here's Wall. Outside Leonard. Outside George. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in. He's got 6.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Ball against Wall, and it's Paul penetrating. It's good. Paul's got 8 here in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clippers trail by 12. Wall passes to George. Got a piece of it and taken away by Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Bridges kicks to Booker. Six to shoot. Nice D from Wall. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Here's Morris. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
8 and a screen on George. Paul left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 10 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's hauled in by the Suns. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Pops in the layup for 2. Paul's got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns.
Sometimes you just got to do it yourself. Chris Paul calling his own number.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. For 3, Booker. No good that time. Clippers trail by 12, and there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
15 seconds left in the first half. Left side, George. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. A big-time effort for Chris Paul.
26. The Clippers, 14. And get ready for the Jabberwockies.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. All out there with Kennard, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. To the paint, here's Wall. Shoots over Payne. Wall's shot is off. Phoenix leading by 14. Here's Payne. Out to Lee. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. To the inside, Morris. The kick out to Wall. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 6. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Payne, covered by Morris. Payne's shot is good. Payne's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Zubac, a screen on Crowder. Morris passes to Zubac. Rejected by Crowder. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Suns leading by 16. Payne looking around. Banked in off the glass. Payne's got 6 points.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Ball's knocked loose. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Here's Lee. They get it back. Here's Landale. The kick out to Crowder. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Crowder's got his first basket.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And they get it back. In the corner, Kennard with it. They could use a bucket. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Here's Payne. And that one drops. 8 points for him.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. Phoenix leading by 20. Down low, Leonard with the steal. Morris dishes the Wall. Kennard on the wing. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Payne in the post, covered by Wall. And they'll keep possession. A minute 20 left in the third. Here's George. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Stolen by Zubats. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. He can't get that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Over in the corner, Lee drills it from outside. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
A steal. Now Crowder. Pass to Payne. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Shamet. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 21, and again the turnover by the Clippers.
Substitution on the court.
There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Johnson in the corner. Takes the 3. Hands it from downtown. Johnson's got 8 points.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Now, here is Morris. And so it's Phoenix finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points from the feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. The shot by George, no good.
Clippers foul. Paul George.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Suns? A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Well, Phoenix shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Bridges kicks to Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Wall passes to Morris. Now here is George. And the layup falls.
Paul George.
And on offense, George has looked totally focused. He's clearly committed to having a big game tonight.
Booker outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Booker's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Suns. And the Clippers call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
present the New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Back to Paul. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third team foul.
Johnson dishes to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Booker with no one around. Again, the miss by Booker. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Ball against George. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Phoenix ball.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Paul finds Ayton. On the wing, Johnson. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Wall looking it over. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Bridges kicks to Paul. For 3, Booker. Kicks it out to Paul. Now the pass to Booker. Back to Paul. Bridges for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Bridges with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Suns.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Chris Paul.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And again, the Clippers turn it over.
Suns ball.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Bridges shot. Good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Morris with the screen for Wall. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Booker the bounce pass. Bridges kicks to Booker. Back to Bridges. Booker outside. Bridges passes to Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. 4 on the shot clock. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation.
At the line.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Phoenix ball.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Phoenix ball.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
And here is Paul. No good. So it's the Suns winning easily here. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Happy to have you with us for NBA. This should be an active game. Two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. That's going to be a lot of fun.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3. Now here's Bridges. The 3. Johnson passes to Booker. And stolen by Gobert. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Here's Paul. Banked it in off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Edwards. Towns on a screen. The 17-footer. Crafty move. And it's Towns with the power finish.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and rolls. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
And that one's good. Paul.
How much fun is it to watch this guy when he's on one like this, loves to attack the rim. What do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And it's Paul off the drive, and he banks in the layup. Paul's got 6 points.
Chris Paul reading the defense, gets on the inside and decides to just knock it down.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about. I've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brent, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, BA, if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
It's tipped. And the Suns pushing it up now for 3. Bridges. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Edwards for 3. Knocks down the triple.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Here's Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Nice persistence to tip it back in.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Paul with a steal. A minute 39 left in the opening quarter. Here's Bridges. That shot off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Russell. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. To the paint. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
And here's Edwards. To the inside. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Outside Paul. Rebound Minnesota. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
And Edwards slams it in.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Outside Paul. Tries it from 16. That one no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Edwards with the drive and fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Outside Paul. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Edwards. He's got 7, just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert, and Gobert with the stuff.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry, and they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
Here's Edwards, coming off a Suns make. Down low. Gobert passes to Edwards. Back to Gobert. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second chance shot.
Well, Ayton at 7'1" has a 7'5" wingspan, so those arms helping out.
And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. For 3, Booker. That shot missing. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Now here's Bridges. And he lobs it up to the rim. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's Edwards. 9 points in the game. Can't get it to fall.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now here's Bridges. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Booker against Russell. Another shot. Pass to Towns. Five to shoot. And Minnesota again with a bucket. Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent, that's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
Now here's Towns. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. And the shot goes in. Towns has got 9.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Up top, Booker. Throws it up high. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. To the paint. And it's powered home by Towns.
What an athletic play from Towns. Rising up over the defense to hammer in the alley-oop.
Here's Paul. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Towns passes to Russell. The 3 is up. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, I don't think that kind of range scares off D'Angelo Russell.
Now Paul. Give him 8. Pass to Johnson. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Tries to keep it alive. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. The Suns have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Outside Payne. Can they get it? Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Edwards. The shot that time not on target.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in 31. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he plays such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Anderson in at the 4 spot. Here's Shaman. Off target from the baseline.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Daniels. Second shot opportunity.
Minnesota foul. Jordan McLaughlin. First personal foul.
They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Payne. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success. Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Here's Shamet. Drops in the layup for 2.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Got it.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Noel. Clock at 6. That shot off the mark.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Shamet's got 6.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Noel. Pass to Reed. In transition, here come the Suns. Payne with it. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Throwing off his defender to get to the shot. Campaign with a nimble move.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Minnesota in the lead. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
When you're super creative like D'Angelo is, playing in the pick and roll becomes a really fun game within the game.
Left side Payne. Edwards pulls it in. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. There's the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Here's Shamet. And the shot goes. Shamet's got 8 points in the quarter.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Now here's Edwards. 11 points in the game. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Edwards has got 13 now.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Here's Shamet, defended by Gobert, and the basket by Shamet.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Edwards with it. 13 points in the game. From deep, sinks it. What range from downtown. 16 points for him.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Russell against Paul. Outside Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Clock at 4. Nice D from Bridges. And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Outside Russell. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Ayton, the screen on Russell. With the crossover. And Paul gets it to go.
Whatever the team needs, Chris Paul can provide it. Tonight, it's on the scoring end.
Minnesota's gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Russell finds Edwards. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's Booker. And a nice finish on the layup.
He has good size for his position, and Booker mixing it up on the inside.
Now here's Edwards. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. To the inside. And Gobert with the stuff.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Russell against Paul. Pass to Ayton. Back to Paul. Edwards, the pass to Russell. Here's Towns. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Drives to the hoop. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Suns have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Well, the Timberwolves shooting about 60% for the game. Edwards against Booker. And here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. And he lobs it up. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. In transition. Here they come. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Paul against Russell. Right wing. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Booker. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
A minute 9 left to play in the fourth. Here's Paul. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Anytime CP3 gets inside the three-point line, or especially inside the top of the key, he's an immediate threat.
Edwards against Booker. Towns a screen on Booker. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this one.
Fires in the triple.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Now Edwards. Fires the three. Phoenix grabs the miss. Outside Booker. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. Booker for three. The shot won't fall. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. They have to feel good about this performance. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.